Our weather conditions have changed for the better since last Labor Day. KXAN meteorologist Natalie Stoll takes a look back at the disastrous combination of events that led to the firestorm and why we're in better shape this year.
I think to everybody it was scary.
National Weather Service Warning Coordination meteorologist Paul Ura remembers last year's firestorm.
It was the reality of how bad the drought was, knowing that we could have a fire start, and then realizing that it was happening in a worst-case scenario.
That worst-case scenario, record heat. By that time, we'd already seen 2.5 months of 100-degree days and exceptional drought, the worst category, stretching over more than 80% of Texas.
Right, we'd already had some spot fires, right, in Travis County, Williamson County, so we knew the conditions were there. We knew the fuel was there, all the dry grass, all the dry brush, and we were just looking for another trigger day.
The trigger? Tropical Storm Lee making landfall to our east in Louisiana. Winds around that storm pushed dry air in from the north, gusting up around 40 miles an hour.
When the actual winds started kicking up, and then it became pretty obvious that any sort of fire that would start, either be natural or unnatural, would get out of hand very quickly, and that's exactly what happened.
Tree limbs falling on power lines caused the spark in Bastrop County. In no time, the fire was out of control.
I just remember looking at the radar, and the radar was red.
Yeah.
Because the smoke was so thick from that storm.
And all the big pieces off the bark and everything else, and what people don't realize is that once that fire gets so big that you can see it on the radar, those little pieces are getting carried and starting more fires.
The weather pattern began changing a few months later. A wet winter helped ease some of our drought. The changes are obvious along area highways like here on 71, where last year it was brown and dead. This year, mainly green. We're not out of the woods just yet, though. Moderate drought still stretches across most of central Texas. Natalie Stoll, KXAN News.